The great hall of the Galactic Council was quiet. Too quiet. Ambassador Trell stood at the center, his blue skin pale with worry. Around him, representatives from 40 different worlds waited for someone to speak. "They have destroyed another colony," Trell said finally. His voice shook. "The Reavers killed 5 million people on Kylos Prime. That makes 12 worlds in 6 months. A murmur ran through the chamber. Ambassador Vorn, whose people were made of living crystal, spoke next. "Our fleets cannot stop them. Every battle, we lose more ships. More lives. Then we must ask for help," Trell said. He looked around the room. "We must contact the humans." The hall erupted. Voices shouted in 100 different languages. Trell waited for the noise to stop. "No," said Commander Zik, his 4 arms crossed. "Humans are dangerous. Everyone knows this. They are a warrior race." "Exactly," Trell replied. "That is why we need them." "They have been in space for only 200 years, another voice called out. "What can they do that we cannot?" Trell pulled up a hologram. It showed a planet, Earth. They fought wars on their own world for thousands of years. They built weapons that could destroy their entire planet. And they are still alive because they learned to control those weapons. "That proves they are insane," Vorn said quietly. "No," Trell said. "It proves they know how to fight. And how to win." The vote was close, but the message was sent. It traveled through space for 3 days before reaching Earth. The human government read it carefully. Then they sent a reply. "We will help. One ship is coming." When the message reached the council, there was confusion. Then anger. "One ship?" Commander Zik slammed his hand on the table. "We asked for their fleet. They insult us with 1 ship. Perhaps it is a very large ship," Vorn suggested. 5 days later, the human vessel arrived at the council station. Every species gathered to watch on their screens. The ship dropped out of faster-than-light travel, and the room went silent. The ship was massive. Nearly 2 miles long, it was painted in dark gray and black. Its hull was covered in armor plates and strange weapons. The design was nothing like the smooth, elegant ships of the Council. This ship looked like it was built for only one purpose: war. "By the stars," Trell whispered. "What is that?" The ship's name appeared on their screens. The Reaper. A communication came through. A human face appeared on the main display. He was old, with gray hair and scars on his face. His eyes were hard and cold. "This is Captain Jack Stone of the Earth warship Reaper. We received your call for help." Trell stepped forward. "Captain Stone, welcome. I am Ambassador Trell. We expected more ships." The human smiled, but there was no warmth in it. "This is all you need. Trust me. But the Reavers have hundreds of ships," Commander Zik said. "How can 1 ship—" "Let me show you our weapons list," Stone interrupted. The screen changed. It showed dozens of weapon systems. Names that meant nothing to the aliens. Railguns, plasma cannons, nuclear missiles, kinetic bombardment systems, and others with names that sounded even worse. Vorn's crystalline body flickered with fear. "These weapons, some of them are banned by the Galactic Convention." "We didn't sign your convention," Stone said simply. "On Earth, we have a saying. If you want peace, prepare for war. We've been preparing for a long time." Trell looked at the massive warship on the screen, at the human captain with his cold eyes and scarred face, at the weapons that could probably destroy a small moon. "Captain Stone," he said slowly, "are all human ships like this?" Stone actually laughed. "No, Ambassador. Most of our ships are science vessels, cargo ships, colony transports. Normal ships." He leaned forward. "The Reaper is special. This is a warship, built to fight, built to kill. We have 12 more just like it, protecting Earth. The hall was completely silent. Every alien in the room was thinking the same thing. What had they done? They had asked the most dangerous species in the galaxy for help, and that species had sent their most dangerous ship. Where are the Reavers? Stone asked. His voice was calm, but his eyes were eager. Point me at them. Trell realized then that the Council hadn't just asked for help. They had unleashed something terrible, something that might be worse than the enemy they were fighting. The question was, had they made a terrible mistake? The Reaper moved through space like a predator. Behind it, 30 ships from the Galactic Council struggled to keep up. The human warship was faster than it looked. Captain Stone stood on the bridge, watching the star map. His crew moved around him with quiet efficiency. No one spoke unless necessary. Every person knew their job. Ambassador Trell was on the bridge too, observing. He had never seen anything like this. On council ships, there was always music, conversation, comfort. The Reaper's bridge was cold and dark. Everything was designed for function, not comfort. Captain, a young officer called out. His name was Tom Reed. Sensors picking up debris field ahead. Looks like a recent battle. Stone nodded. Slow to half speed. Battle stations. Alarms rang through the ship. Trell watched as the human crew transformed. They moved faster now, with purpose. Weapon systems came online. Shields activated. In 30 seconds, the peaceful ship became a weapon ready to fire. Is this necessary? Trell asked. The battle is over. The Reavers might still be here, Stone replied. We don't take chances. They passed through the debris field. Trell saw pieces of ships he recognized. The Pride of Vela, the Crystal Dawn, good ships with good crews. All destroyed. Sensors, Stone said. Analysis. Another officer, a woman named Maria Davis, read from her screen. Energy signatures match Reaver weapons. Battle occurred 6 hours ago. Council fleet of 15 ships engaged Reaver force of 8 ships. Council lost 14 ships. 1 escaped. 15 against 8, Stone said quietly. And they lost. Trell felt shame burn through him. The Reavers are stronger than us. Better weapons. Better shields. No, Stone said. He pointed at the debris. Your people fought the wrong way. I can see it in the wreckage. You formed a defensive line. You tried to protect each other. He turned to look at Trell. In war, defense is death. You have to attack. But we are not warriors, Trell said. I know, Stone replied. That's why you called us? 2 days later, they found the Reavers. The enemy fleet was attacking a mining station. 8 Reaver ships surrounded the station, firing on it with heavy weapons. The station's shields were failing. Council fleet, Stone announced on the communication channel. Form up behind the Reaper. Stay in defensive formation. Protect each other. What will you do? Commander Zick asked from his ship. What I do best, Stone said. Tom, take us in. Full speed. Target the lead Reaver ship. The Reaper accelerated. It shot forward like a missile, leaving the Council fleet behind. Trell grabbed a railing to steady himself. Captain, they see us, Maria called out. All 8 ships are turning to face us. Good, Stone said. Fire railguns. Full spread. The Reaper's railguns opened fire. Trell had never seen weapons like this. They fired solid metal slugs at incredible speed. No energy blast. No plasma. Just metal moving faster than most ships could fly. The slugs hit the lead Reaver ship. Its shields flashed and failed. The metal punched through the hull like paper. The ship exploded in a bright flash. 1 down, Tom said calmly. The other Reaver ships fired back. Energy beams struck the Reaper's shields. They held easily. Their weapons are strong, Stone observed, but not strong enough. Maria launched missiles. Pattern Delta. Missiles erupted from the Reaper's launch tubes. Dozens of them. They spread out in a pattern, flying toward the Reaver ships from different angles. Nuclear warheads, Maria reported. Trell's eyes went wide. You use atomic weapons in space combat. Why wouldn't we? Stone asked. No atmosphere to worry about. No civilians nearby. Just the enemy. He pointed at the screen. Watch. The missiles struck. 7 nuclear explosions lit up space like new suns. When the light faded, 4 more Reaver ships were gone. The remaining 3 were damaged and retreating. Plasma cannons, Stone ordered. Finish them. The Reaper's main weapons fired. Superheated plasma tore through space. The 3 damaged Reaver ships didn't stand a chance. In seconds, they were debris. The battle was over. 8 Reaver ships destroyed. The Reaper hadn't taken any serious damage. The communication channel was silent. Then Commander Zix spoke, his voice filled with awe and fear. Captain Stone, we have fought the Reavers for months. We lost hundreds of ships. You destroyed 8 of them in 5 minutes. Stone turned to Trell. Ambassador, how long has your species been in space? 15,000 years, Trell said quietly. And in all that time, did you ever fight a real war? A war for survival? Trell shook his head. Humans have been in space for 200 years, Stone said. But we've been fighting wars for 5,000 years. We know nothing but war. We are very, very good at it. Trell understood now. The Galactic Council had built their civilization on peace, cooperation, and science. They had forgotten how to be dangerous, but humanity had never forgotten. They had brought their wars with them to the stars. And now, the galaxy would learn what that meant. Asterisk? Three days after the battle, the Reaper and the Council fleet were patrolling near the edge of Council space. Captain Stone was reviewing damage reports when every alarm on the ship started screaming. Contact! Maria shouted. Multiple ships dropping out of faster-than-light travel. Counting ... 50 ... 70 ... 100 ships. Stone looked at the screen. His face didn't change, but Trell saw his jaw tighten. The Reaver home fleet had arrived, and it was massive. Ambassador, Stone said calmly, get your fleet out of here, now. The communication channel exploded with panic. Commander Zix's voice cut through. Captain Stone, we must retreat. All of us? That fleet will destroy us. Your ships, yes, Stone agreed. The Reaper will buy you time. Go. That's an order. We cannot leave you, Trell said. It would be dishonorable. Stone turned to face him. Ambassador, your ships will die in the first 5 minutes. My ship might last an hour. When we're gone, someone needs to warn the Council. Someone needs to tell Earth what happened here. That someone is you. Trell wanted to argue, but he knew Stone was right. The galaxy will remember what you did here, Captain. I don't need to be remembered, Stone said. I need you to survive. Now go. The Council fleet turned and jumped away. The Reaper was alone, facing 100 enemy ships. Well, Tom said quietly, this is going to be interesting. Stone smiled. It was the first real smile Trell had ever seen on his face. Interesting is one word for it. All hands, this is the captain. We're about to fight the biggest battle in human history. Make every shot count. Make them pay for every inch. Show them why you don't mess with Earth. The crew responded with a roar. No fear, no hesitation. Just determination. The Reaver fleet opened fire. Energy beams from 100 ships hit the Reaper at once. The shields flashed bright, struggling to hold. Alarms rang across the bridge. "Shields at 60%, Maria reported. "Hull temperature rising." "Return fire," Stone ordered. "Everything we have." "Tom, evasive pattern Alpha. Don't let them pin us down." The Reaper fired every weapon it had. Railguns, missiles, plasma cannons, energy beams. The massive warship spun and twisted through space, dodging fire while attacking back. Every shot from the Reaper destroyed or damaged a Reaver ship, but there were too many. For every ship the Reaper destroyed, 2 more took its place. "Shields failing," Maria called out. "Hull breaches on decks 7, 9, and 12. "Seal those sections," Stone said. "Keep firing." The battle lasted 30 minutes. 30 minutes of constant fire. The Reaper's armor was melting. Half its weapons were destroyed. Fires burned through multiple decks. But the Reaper kept fighting, and the Reavers began to retreat. "Captain," Tom said, his voice filled with disbelief. "They're running. The Reavers are running away." Stone looked at the screen. Of the 100 Reaver ships, only 40 remained. And they were fleeing. The rest were debris. "Cease fire," Stone ordered. "Damage report. Shields offline. Main engines at 20%. Half our weapons destroyed. 70 crew casualties." "But we're alive, sir." Stone sat down in his command chair. For the first time, he looked tired. "We're alive," he repeated quietly. The Council fleet returned 2 hours later. They couldn't believe what they saw. The Reaper was heavily damaged, barely functioning. But it was still there, and the Reaver fleet was gone. Ambassador Trell came back aboard. He found Stone on the bridge, coordinating repairs. "Captain," Trell said, "the Council has made a decision. We want to offer humanity a permanent seat on the Galactic Council. Full membership, full voting rights. We want to be your allies." Stone was quiet for a moment. Then he shook his head. "No, Ambassador. We appreciate the offer, but humanity isn't ready for that. We're still too dangerous, too violent. Give us another 100 years. Maybe then." "But you saved us," Trell said. "You are heroes. We're soldiers," Stone corrected. "There's a difference. We did what needed to be done, but that doesn't make us good leaders. The Council should stay the way it is, peaceful, scientific, build things instead of destroying them." "And what will humanity do?" Stone looked out at the stars. "We'll stay on the edge of Council space. We'll patrol the borders. We'll be the guardians. When something bad comes, something that threatens the peaceful species, you call us. We'll come. We'll fight. We'll do what we're good at." "And what is that?" Trell asked. "Surviving," Stone said. "No matter the cost. No matter the odds. Humanity never surrenders. We never give up. That's what makes us dangerous. That's also what makes us useful." The Reaper left the next day, limping back toward Earth for repairs. The Council watched it go. Every species had the same thought. The galaxy was safer with humans as allies. But it would be terrifying to have them as enemies. Humanity had proven something important. They weren't the strongest species. They weren't the smartest. They weren't the oldest. But they were the most dangerous. And that made all the difference. The end asterisk.